Okay, so this is SEC sample paper question 4, sheet 2. So this is the last part of question 4, and it's an orthographic. So the image below shows the design of a similar radius, so similar to the last sheet. Draw part 1, an elevation direction of arrow A, so an elevation looking in this direction. Project the plan from the elevation, so plan below it, and determine the true shape of surface S. So surface S is here. Okay? So we start off with our elevation, and the first thing we do is figure out where to put it on the page. Okay? So if you're unsure, center it. Okay? But you can calculate it by just looking at the height of it. So you want to draw your elevation here. Right? We're drawing this shape first, and the height of that is 125 plus this little 15 millimeters here. So that means it's 140 millimeters. Okay? So I'm going to come down from the top of the page, maybe 160 or 70. Okay? And that, I can put my XY line there then. Okay? And I know I'll have enough room down here because the plan will only be 65 millimeters in total, plus this here, which is 10 millimeters, I believe. Yeah, 10 millimeters, so 75 millimeters. And if I look here, I have plenty of room down the bottom here. Okay? So, X and Y. We'll start off then by drawing our elevation. And the best way to do that is to put in the full, put a box around the whole thing. So the total length of it is 180 millimeters. So, mark off 180. So I'm actually right next to my Y there. My Y out here again. And that's the total length of it. The total height of it, like I said, is 125 plus 15. But I'll just put in 125 for the moment. So 125. Mark it off there. Okay, and it's going to fit into that box there now. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom section here by putting in these measurements here. So you have 20 plus 15 plus 100. You have 15, 10, and you should have 20 left over. Yep, that's those measurements. And they are quarter circles there. So they are two 15 millimeter radius 15 circles. Okay. So what we can do is we can start. It's going to start there, go up 15 millimeters. So I'm going to draw a line straight up from here, and a line straight up from here. Get my compass. Note to 15 millimeters. Draw in a radius 15 like that. Okay. Draw that across there. And that is that bottom section done there. So I'll heavy that in. That is straight across there. Heavy in that then with your compass. Okay, that's the bottom of it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heavy in up the sides here. So you have up 125, which is all heavy up here. It's heavy all the way across the top, and the top corner here is rounded with a radius 15 again. So what I can do here is I mark off 15 millimeters. My compass is already set at it. Here and here. Bring this down. Bring it across. That will give me my 15 millimeters there then. Like that. Again, heavy with your compass. That will allow me to heavy in across the top and down this side here. Okay, so that's the outline of it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in surface S here, which is 20 millimeters over. Okay, so 20 millimeters, which is already marked there, and it goes to the very top. That. And that is our surface S there in elevation. Okay. Then I'm going to put in the faces radio here, and there's a lot of measurements around this, so take your time with this. So on this side it's up 35, up 60, and then you get the top point. So 35 and 60. Okay, and then it's in line with this here, so in line with this circle here, goes up along there. So then it is up 30 millimeters at the bottom, then up 40 plus 40, which is 80. We can actually mark that center line there for that circle is halfway, so we mark 40 as well. And then it's a matter of joining this point here and this point here. Okay, and put in this rectangle here then. So if you look at this here, this line and this line are parallel, this line and this line are parallel, and they're 10 millimeters away from each other, and it's 10 millimeters in from here. So I'm going to measure in 10 millimeters here. I'm going to draw a light line up there like that. And then I'm going to measure 10 millimeters away from this line, 10 millimeters away from this line, using the sliding set squares then. Going to draw a line parallel to this line here. Again, nice and lightly. First of all, draw a line parallel to this line then. Okay, and it's horizontally 60 millimeters. Okay, so horizontally I'm going to measure 60 millimeters from here, and this line then be vertical also. Okay, so that's that shape there. Heavy in that line, heavy in this line, and also heavy in this line. Okay, and these two here as well. Okay, like I said then, your center point of your two circles are halfway up here. Okay, and we find out what distance they are over here. Okay, so we find out how far from this corner over to here. If we follow this line up, it tells us that it is in line with this here in plan, in the top of it. Okay, so what we can do then is 83 plus 12, which is 95, plus 15, which is 105, 110. So 95 plus 15 is 110. So from this edge, it's 110 millimeters over to here. Okay, so I'm going to draw in that line whole way across. I'm going to measure over 110 millimeters. Okay, and that's the center point of those circles there. Okay, that takes a little bit of figuring out, and just watch that. The information will always be there for you. Okay, then you have a radius 25 and a radius 30 circle. So I'm going to measure along here, 25 and 30. I'm going to put in my two circles. Okay, and bigger circle in. like that. Okay, and that is everything in the elevation, bar this cylinder button up here, and it's telling me that the center of that then is in line with this, so up there. Put that straight up. The height of it is 15 millimeters. So like I said, the height of it is 15 millimeters. Measure up 15. And the radius of the top of it is 20, so that means it's 20 left and 20 right of the center line. And that is the elevation drawing. Okay, so XY line there, and I'll come below my XY line about 15 millimeters just to be sure that I have enough room and to keep it all nice and tidy together. And I'm going to bring down the two outside points. My plan. Okay, so the total width, like I said, of the object is 65 plus 10, which is 75 millimeters. So I'm going to measure down 75 millimeters. 75, and I'm going to mark off while I'm here 65 plus 10. I can bring those lines across. Okay. So what have I left to do then is I have to put in this sloped edge here and this sloped edge here, which are 20 and 20 back. So bring them down. Okay, and they're in line with that there, so it's this corner here I'm looking for, this corner here, and they slope back in this way, and they're back a total of 20 each side. So if I come down 20, there should be a gap of 25, there's 20 left over, so then I have this point here, this point here. Okay, so they should join up like that. Okay. Then look around the rest of this section here, it's all square, so it's all straight. And you've got the rounded edge here, which is just appears as a flat edge. Okay. Then what we left is on the top here, so on this part then we can bring this section down, so the side of this front piece here, bring it down, and that's how far it comes over, and it goes straight over then as far as this side here, like that. And now we have the circle here on top, or the cylinder piece here on top, and this little screen here. Okay, so I'll bring down the cylinder first, so I'll bring down the center point of it, which is in line with that there, and it's telling me that from S, from the surface S, which is here, back this way 15 millimeters is the center point. Okay, so from here I'm going to measure back 15 millimeters. Let's cross like that, and that there is the center point of the circle. There we go, and that is radius 20. So set my compass off the top here, make sure they're both the same, they line up. That's the button there in plan. Then last we have to get the screen here. Okay, it's telling me that's in 15, in 15, in from the curved surface 12, so 15 plus 12 from this side here. Okay, So what that looks like in our elevation is in another 12 millimeters here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure in. I'm going to bring down the 15. Here, that's the curved area. Measure in further 12. Then the total length of it is 83. 1, 2, 3. Bring these lines down. That's in 15 from either side. So in 15 then. 10, 15. Okay, so it's straight across there and straight across there. Okay, and that's the screen there. The last part then is part 3. That is determine the true shape of surface S. Okay? So what we want to do, lads, is we are looking at surface S here at an angle. We have the true height of it. Here we have the true width of it, but we're looking at it either at an edge view or at an angle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this out so it can flatten it out. We're going to bring it up here. We're going to draw it here to show the true shape of it. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line out from here so that I can rotate it onto that line. Okay? So from the point here, this my compass out to the width of the line here. So I'm going to rotate it out like that. Give me this point. And I'm going to bring that straight up. Okay? Bring the bottom across and the top across. That rectangle there now is the true shape of surface S. Okay? I'm going to draw that in. I'm just going to highlight it now in pink. You can heavy it in yours and even colour it to make it stand out, which I will do. Colour it a bit better than me, but you get the idea. And be sure to label it in as the true shape of surface S. Okay? And that is that question completed. The elevation, the plan, and the true shape of surface S. Okay?